here.
It's not your line. That guy is on at 6.
I'll take whatever lines I want. I'm in charge of the show now.
Don't mind Griff.
All right, Griffin's the DM. You heard him. CMC, roll up a character. Let's go.
Roll up a character.
Well, you know what I mean.
Masks, but randomized stats.
Oh, geez, that would be awful.
All right. Left off with Wolf Princess giving RK, basically telling RK he stinks, and his new friend stinks.
Don't worry, girl. She's just jealous.
One of them is Betty, and one of them is Veronica.
And let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything in particular I want to do with Raz. I'm just
When are tryouts?
Tryouts are after school.
RK raises a hand into the air, and suddenly it's after school.
So,
RK, get back in the office.
Oh yeah, you try.
Robot house.
Yeah, I can't think of anything in. Although all your darky friends, Raz, are like treating you like a superstar because you did take out a villain.
Took out 2 villains. It was pretty great.
Yeah.
And then
took
out a third one to dinner.
Yeah, then I took a third villain to dinner. If you don't got anything, that's fine. I'll hang back this session.
Nope. Oh no. I was Wally will say through his voice is he's got obviously a character like Wally has trouble talking normally, but he's got a machine that converts electrical signals into speech. He's like, "Why are you still sitting with us, Raz? I mean, you could have gone and sat anywhere, but why everyone's gonna think that now you could have been popular."
Does he have a physical body, or is it like light, energy, electric, whatever it is?
It's like electricity. So
okay, so I think Raz is gonna scoop up like an armful of her hair and like throw that arm around his shoulder because her hair is woolly and absorbs lightning and shit, so she's not gonna be hurt by it. And she's like, listen, you guys are my friends? Like, just because everyone thinks I'm cool doesn't mean I'm gonna forget my friends. Come on, you know me better than that.
Well, but if you hang out with us, no one's gonna think you're cool anymore.
Who cares about being cool? I'm here to punch bad guys in the face and make friends. And I have friends, I just need more bad guys to punch.
And it's like, well then, you should go and but if you just go up and punch a bully, then you're gonna be the bully, and then the teachers are gonna get mad at you.
Yeah, that's why I got kicked out of the Bully Busters. But it's fine. I'm just going to hang out with my friends until the next time a supervillain attacks. And then I'll do it again. And hey, maybe next time you can join in or, get front row seats, whichever you want. But listen,
that would be cool.
Listen, I won't hear you talk down about yourself, okay? If we're friends, then we're friends. And no matter how many bad guys I beat up, that's the case.
So he's gonna look to you as like, so, have you already thought about who you're gonna ask to the dance? Or who do you want to ask you to the dance? Because This is still a high school. And I guess
yeah.
this is a progressive high school. It could be both. Duh.
So I think she's going to go red like instantly, and her eyes are gonna dart kind of around the cafeteria, on RK, on Angel, on Madeline, on a couple of people. And normally Raz is pretty open about this kind of thing, but there's been some interesting stuff going on, and I think she's going to push her tray forward, and her meal isn't finished, which is rare for her, and she's like, I'm gonna go do something. I hold my seat, and she's just gonna book it so she doesn't have to answer that question. So I can clear a
Nice.
condition.
Yep.
Whoa, who said
You
that?
ran away. You ran away, and so you can clear afraid. That's sort of the
Honestly,
definition of
yeah.
running away from a scary situation.
I don't think she knows how to answer that because there's a lot of people happening right now.
The main question is, would she say no if RK asked her to the date?
Now, see,
And she
that
did.
would be an interesting question.
All right. Anyways, RK, she can clear afraid. So. Although when you did look at RK, you did notice somebody new sitting with him that you've never seen before, who seemed to be friendly with him.
Like, how close is she sitting to him? Like, is she like right up against him?
No, but like closer than anybody, closer than you think. Closer than RK. Usually, that's other people sit with them. Like, they're sitting across having a
Oh.
casual conversation, or at least a one-sided. She's having a one-sided conversation with him.
Hmm.
And kind of like what I said to RK, you get the vague sense that you've seen her before, but for you it's even vaguer. Like you don't even think you've talked before. You just think you've seen her, maybe in the corner of your eye.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of people like that. She's just probably a little bit more so like, hmm. Especially don't really recognize her, but you know, it's weird that someone we don't know is sitting with RK and he's not blasting them away. I think she's going to make a mental note of that, but she's kind of flustered at the moment, so she'll probably address it later.
You ran away, so you're out of the scene.
Yeah.
And after that, it's time for class, and freshman class will be heading to world history for their pop quiz on from Dr. Jackal. So let me pull up the rule book for Unbound, because the question of is this going to be mundane or superior came up, and it was a good question that I do not know the answer to off the top of my head. So I'm going to take a look. So group projects, individual test. No, it is superior. You are correct. Mundane is for group projects, and is for group projects.
I
There we
do
go.
This is
appreciate
superior.
that Raz has made me dumber then. Knowing Raz
Hey,
has made me
what's
dumber.
going on, baby?
You are constantly lowering my superior. Which means that if superior is the role to make tests, you've made me dumber for knowing you.
Look.
So, anyways, but I'm going to use I'm going to yeah, I'm going to say that whenever there is a pop quiz, a test. You get a free team to the pool, and who wants? So, assuming that you guys would have known about this test in advance, and planned a study group, who would be the leader of the study group?
I don't think you
Madeline.
can study for a pop quiz.
Well, it's not. I'm
It's
just
a
calling the
pop
move.
quiz.
I'm calling the move pop quiz, but it's more. But you know,
It's more like a fight with a piece of paper.
Raz, anytime she has to do
So-
any schoolwork.
I'm willing to call myself the leader.
Madeline is the leader, 100%.
So, not including Yuan, because for this one, I'm not going to include Yuan, mostly because they're a new character, and again, I'm not trying to do this to be exclusive. It's just because you showed up today. So, cool.
You get to roll alone.
So, no, it just means that, no, this is actually a benefit, because do you have influence over everybody, not including Yuan?
I have influence over Elroy, Yuan, and Raz. So I
Alright.
don't have it over Paladin right now.
Or Arcade.
Elroy is Paladin.
Or Arke, actually, yeah.
You have it over
No.
everyone but Arcade.
Well, RK, if you'll give Madeline influence over you, then you get an additional team to the pool.
I hope you
for
all
a
like
study
failing.
So
So no.
What?
I said I hope you all like
all
failing.
right. Well, it means that, well, you say that, but for all you know, you could be the one who needs it the most. So,
Probably. My mind has been crazy these days. I'm still not certain that I'm not making somebody up.
So I'm gonna give me a moment, looking at everybody's sheets for a second.
And the love of my life has apparently been making me stupider. It's a fact that I can't get over.
Hey, I mean, the thing about that is, you chose this.
Okay, so
You're like a drug.
a
drug that's making me dumb.
we'll do this. We'll do this in order of starting with the people with the highest superior and working down. So, Yuan, you go first, since you and Madeline are tied. So we'll do you first.
Okay.
Roll superior.
There we go.
Full hit. So, pull up what that does on a full hit. Moves. Cool move. 10 plus. You need to choose one. Mark one potential or shove it in the face of a detractor of yours. You name who and why they're your detractor and lose influence over them.
I think I'll just.
Or they lose influence over you.
I
They
think
lose
I'll
influence
just
over
mark potential as it's just kind of it's like the foreign exchange student thing of yeah, of course I know about Earth customs. I've studied this. What do you know about Fey customs?
All right. Madeline, roll superior.
Let's do it.
All
Hey,
right.
9.
So you can choose to spend one team from the pool to make that a 10, or take the 7 to 9 result. The 7 to 9 result is you pass, so no penalties. But if you want to choose, you can either just pass or treat it as a 10 plus if you choose one from the list.
So it would just be passing and nothing else.
Yep, you pass, nothing happens.
I'm fine with that. I think we probably need to save team for everyone else, especially RK.
Okay.
What is your superior, RK?
You've lowered it to -1 so far.
Hey, that's where mine is too. It's okay.
Oh, okay. So you're like the ditzy girlfriend who just keeps blabbing about stuff until I've forgotten the actual facts about things.
That is how
Alright.
she's written. Yes.
Right.
Paladin.
So team goes
Roll.
here.
Roll superior.
Will do.
Yes, now the guy who has no excuse.
Oh dear.
As
dear.
I said, no
So-
excuse.
So, you can spend one team up the pool to increase it from a 2 to a 7 because
I
of
don't
this is
see
how.
why I shouldn't be having a -1 modifier. I should be having a +1 modifier.
Oh, are you have a condition?
I
Oh,
do have guilty.
yes, but guilty wouldn't apply here. So, because this is not a move.
I do remember
It's
at
just
the end of last session, you two were having a conversation about what your modifiers were. Is there a chance that you changed something then that we're not remembering now?
No, this is he has one of the condition. He has a condition that lower. The way the way the sheet is set up is that it'll just auto subtract conditions from moves, and since every stat is tied to one move.
Oh, okay, yeah, because guilty lowers assess the situation and superiors for that. I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you
that's where.
technically have a 3?
Yeah. No, he rolled a 3 plus 1 is 4. So it doesn't. So he still would have to spend team from the pool and say how the study group helped you to increase the result from a 6 to a 6 to 6. Or you can either spend team from the pool or take the hit.
Well, I don't think I can afford to take a hit after my last showing in this.
But I don't think there's enough team to rise
Right.
it up. It's like 1 for 1, isn't it?
Not for this move. This one is turns a 6. Goes 1 tier higher.
Sweet.
So it turns a 6 to a 6. Yeah, but there's not enough team for everyone to go around. So
Do it, Paladin. You got a
right, so you're
reputation
gonna
to uphold.
I do. So yeah, I've been
All right,
buckling
so-
down. Everybody in the studying group's been very helpful,
Except Raz.
except Raz. She's been nattering on. But yeah,
You can't fail this test and let your dad know what you've really been doing with your time.
well, hell no.
all right, so that turns a miss into a partial hit. So you either take a pass, you just pass and nothing happens, or you can take it as a 10 plus, which will remove the strike, but you have to move your prior failure because you rolled a 10 plus because it's because a 10 plus will, but you have to take one of the conditions. Well, actually, you have to take one of the conditions. Or basically, if you want potential, you need to choose one of the things from this list. Crack under the pressure, disappoint an adult, lose responsibility, or hurt your academic standing. You've already got one strike, so I wouldn't suggest taking the other one, the
Right.
last one. But you can just choose to pass as well.
Also,
Well,
what
I
would
think
you
I'll just choose the
sacrifice?
pass.
What? You're just gonna take a pass?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what I would sacrifice to get rid of guilty here, and I don't think doing it this way would work.
Nope, you have to make a voluntary sacrifice to get rid of guilty.
Right, I'll just take the pass.
All right. Raz, let's do you next.
Oh boy. Okay.
If you have guilty marked, then
I'm just
unmark
gonna
it before
unmark
you
it
roll,
real fast. Yeah.
and then mark it again once you've ranked
Oh
the
boy.
roll.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Before you hold on a second.
Yeah.
Before you roll, let's see if RK make your roll too, because
To me, it doesn't matter. I would encourage Raz to use it.
I'm actually going to take the L because canonically I have Raz written that she tries really hard to be good in academics, but she just doesn't retain information. Like, she
Alright, you're just gonna
tries
take.
so hard, but it just doesn't work, so it would be very true to her character to take the L.
Okay, you take the L. Then so let's see, academic, standing. We've got RK, who I don't remember the last. I think you have a strike, don't you, RK? Or
No, you keep saying
you-
that, but I've passed with flying colors everything.
You're right. I keep getting you in Paladin confused. So RK is
My
0 out of 4.
scholastic standing is perfect. My whatever you call it,
Disciplinary stand
Yeah, that's where I'm
is
failing.
0 out of 4. Paladin is 1 out of 4, and Raz is 1 out of 4.
Question, I don't mark potential for failing a test? Or I do?
You do not.
Okay.
And so RK, roll superior.
Does the collar inhibit this?
Nope. If
Look at
you
that. We got a
have
2, we have a
guilty
3, and we got a 4. Perfect.
Damn, we suck.
You know what though? I
Well,
see
well,
Raz.
she
I
took
see
the-
Raz failing. I see Raz failing, and I'm gonna fail too.
You sure? There's still a team there.
I'm sure. I'll take a hit. My girl's gonna
Yo,
go down.
Ark
I
is
ain't
a
going down
simp.
without.
All right. Next.
Damn, I should have taken that team.
I told you. I had the scenario predicted in my head. I was like, okay, well, she's gonna have to take it, and then I will just fail.
Madeline's gonna be so disappointed. She's put in so many hours studying with her.
I have to crack the whip on you all harder.
All right. Well,
Well,
thing
I
Raz
mean,
is
you
durable.
have the added knowledge that I can know anything, and you know that I can know anything in character. So,
all right.
just to
Well,
wonder, how did you fail, RK?
You were actually. You don't want to make Raz feel stupid, so you failed on purpose.
Yep. And literally failed worse than she did, if the numbers are to be believed.
Damn.
So Raz must have gotten at least 1 right, and then I got
She was-
none right.
She was trying.
So that the teacher couldn't point at the class and say, Raz, you did the worst.
Okay, I just realized that there was a part of this move that I totally forgot. Sorry,
Damn, shame you
it's
don't
been a
have
while.
guilty mark. You could have cleared that with that, I think.
So the only person this actually affects roll-wise would be Madeline. But there's one part of this move that I forgot because I didn't write down.
Okay.
Because I the part of the move that I forgot is when a test is called, you can choose voluntarily to shift the chosen label up and another label down, which would bump up Madeline's stat to a 10. It would not affect anybody else, but they can still do it anyways if they want to.
Nope.
Do I want to feel really superior? Yeah, I do.
Alright, so
I'm
You
so
can-
much better than all of you who keep failing.
I'm telling you,
So-
you're a brain in a Scion playbook.
And I'm gonna go ahead and downgrade Freak. So I'm back to 0 again.
Also,
Sounds-
There we go, I got my 10.
to the suggestion that was just said, could I strike off Insecure for taking this action?
No, that's guilty.
No,
That's a
Insecure is to
sacrifice.
take foolhardy action without consulting the team.
Oh, actually, that
I did
I'd
not
try.
study with you on purpose in order to fail, so that if you failed, you would look better.
I'll give you that because that's pretty fucking awesome. Oh, sorry, gotta not swear.
RK is
We're
the
on Twitch.
super simp. I love it.
So
Also,
if I
not
may,
swearing
then,
is literally not a rule.
so this would bump me to
Oh.
10. And now that I'm at
Yep.
10, I can choose either between a potential or losing influence or gaining
Shove it in the face.
influence. So this
So,
isn't quite shoving it in
yes,
the
you-
face, but I would like to get one more influence with Miss Magic, where she will look through the school and see, like, oh, she is actually a model student.
She can learn it through
She
the
couldn't
grapevine.
possibly do anything wrong. May I
I'll-
grab that?
You can. You can.
There we go. And I now have an advancement from her. I've completed
Ooh.
1 respect track out of 6. That would give me, I think, just a +1. Pretty sure. But that's still pretty nice. Also, if I lose respect, they can take it away.
Yep, but you get a free advancement.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I
So-
could reject their influence at a +3, or and take a plus label of their choice. Oh, of their choice. What do they want to plus me in?
I forgot. When these advancements are different than normal advancements.
That's correct.
So you marks under the character when you import it. So
Oh yeah, so separately
Nope.
then, advancement, and they choose a label.
all right, so you get a regular advance. So that you keep.
Mhm.
So you can mark that whenever.
Okay.
And then as far as the label that they'll give you a +1 to while you maintain their respect, that will be Savior,
+1 to Savior. I'm
which
a
is
real hero.
just a flat +1. You don't need to shift as long as you maintain. But if you lose their respect, then the Savior goes away.
Okay. So I will
That
go ahead and add +1 to Savior.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Your stats are bunkers.
Scion is
Your
pretty
mundane is
bonkers with
shit.
stats. Oh, my mundane is shit. I can't talk to anybody.
So, but you have a +5. You just have +5 sum, which is
But
and you're
I'm a
almost
shining model student now. I have 3 superior and 3 savior.
let's see.
I'm more heroic than you, Paladin.
+5 to your sum.
The sum is when I say the sum, it's the sum of all the labels.
Right, that's what I'm saying. +5 to your sum. How'd you get
Yeah.
2 over? Did you lock something
Because
down?
I already took an advancement to get 1, and this one also gave me 1.
Oh, is that an Okay, I didn't know there was an advancement that did that.
Yep, you could just get an extra label stat.
Yeah. You someone loses influence over you, and you bump one of your labels up.
Okay. Well, I know there's
And
weird things in the books, like soldier starts with an extra label. So.
So yeah, no. Everyone there's an advancement saying someone permanently loses influence over you, and you take a flat +1 to a stat.
Yeah, I was
and
just
because
reading that one.
and scions, when scions get 4 respect with someone that they idolize or want to impress, they get +1 to a specific stat as long as they maintain their respect. That person maintains respect for them. Which gives them a free advance, which doesn't go away. But the rest of their bonuses will go away if they lose that respect.
Yep, so now time to not piss off Miss Magic.
Yep. So, cool. Yes. And did anyone else want to take the label shifting?
Are we good?
I know RK said he didn't. Did you want to do it, or?
Nah, we good. We good.
And Paladin and Yuan?
I'm alright.
I'm fine.
All right. Just wanted to make sure. Again, I apologize for forgetting about that at the start.
All good. All good.
But yeah, so test goes. Test results come in, and next at the beginning of the at next year. Well, when we start playing, when I resume DM duties next back in January, we will get to the fallout of the test. We might get to it today, but we're running out of time. So, because I've made a commitment to in an hour, so I need to get going here soon. All right. So let's see what we did the test. What was I gonna do next? Oh. So all of the characters. So this isn't a move or anything you won, but will you roll me freak just because will you roll me freak for a second? Just because I'm not entirely sure how to go about with your character being introduced now, but we will. Okay. No, there's no penalty for this except for at least
Mark
no
double potential.
conditions. You do get I would give you a potential though because this does complicate things. So everybody except for Yuan, and Raz. So Paladin. I should say Paladin and Madeline because I've already noted this to Raz. You know, your your homeroom class seems to have grown by 2, which seems weird because you were only one person was introduced to you guys, and that was Yuan. But now there's another person who's appeared in class. Again, was she there? Was she always there? Is she just one of those quiet types that seem to blend in the background? She's Was there always that desk there? Yuan, you don't notice anything. Because you don't have a connection to RK yet. But she sits next to RK. Oh, Ark that. God damn it! I'm so dumb. RK. Question. She would be whispering answers to you for the test, which will give you a free. I will give you a free bump up to a 7 unless you want to bomb the test on purpose.
I told you already that I was bombing the test on purpose.
Okay, well, yes, okay. So you bomb the test, so now it's legitimately that you're bombing the test on purpose. So, but
Well,
she,
I mean, like I
she
said,
is constantly whispering.
Everyone knows RK can know anything, so it's like, well, RK, why did you fail the test?
Yes, but she is legitimately whispering answers to you. So. Or and she's also asking why you're like filling in the wrong answer. You should know that's wrong. Didn't you learn that in the science lab?
What are you, from the future?
She'll just sort of
probative questions.
And she's basically just like whispering answers and like asking you why you are filling in the wrong answer. You should know that one. So she's just going to. But yeah, so the two, Madeline and Paladin, you notice Jane as well. Which is the first time you've noticed that she's been there.
Interesting. She didn't get a massive pep rally introduction either.
No, she did not. So
I guess I have to ask, what does our homeroom teacher think of this development? Are they acting any differently or even acknowledging this?
I mean, they will take her when the they don't He doesn't. It's. Why don't you roll pierce the mask?
Oh boy, I'm really good
Or
at
wait.
that.
Oh wait, no. This would be more of assess the situation. Never mind.
Okay, I'll roll that. I can actually do well at it.
Sorry. Yes, I was thinking. This is This is definitely assess, not pierce. Now that I think, the more I
Okay.
think about it,
Well, we got 13 here.
there's no exploding dice, so or kabla. Like, it's one of the only Apocalypse World games that doesn't have a when you roll a
Mhm.
12 plus something better happens. But anyways,
Well, I get to ask 2 questions, I think.
yep.
Let's see. Uh, these questions aren't exactly perfectly suited to this kind of exact interrogation, but
I will. I generally will let you ask as long as it's not like super like specific. I'll let you ask a question that you think fits better if you think.
I think I got 2 then. The first would be, are any of us in immediate danger?
No.
Okay. The second question I have is this person associated with Rook Industry/school?
No.
Okay, seems normal to me.
But as far as the leading question you said, uh, the teacher it does sort of seem like the teacher doesn't seem to notice that she's there. Like, it's not that they're actively ignoring. Like, he'll when he's looking over, he'll look to her and like he'll look at her, but she doesn't sort of like.
Hmm.
But it's not it's not his like his eyes actively avoid looking at her or something. It's just sort of like you know I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it.
It doesn't register.
It doesn't register, and other students, um, like she'll the tests are when the papers are passed in, like they'll hand her their paper and then she'll hand them off, and but it's sort of almost robotic how they respond. You know, there's no there's no personality behind it or anything.
Right, interesting.
So they acknowledge that she's there, but they also kind of don't acknowledge that she's there at the same time.
Hmm.
It is definitely kind of off-putting.
Okay.
And the only one she seems to be talking to, like, only one she seems interested in is RK. Although she will when she notices you looking at her, she will look at you and wave and smile.
Yeah, very interesting. I'll
Which
sort of turn
is
away for a
slightly
little bit.
which is slightly creepy.
Hmm. But given that, I think after this class concludes, when RK and her try to leave, I will try intercepting her as RK is already leaving the room.
Uh yeah,
And start a conversation.
she will do that. She'll just sort of say can I help? Hello, can I help you?
Oh, well, I just don't think we really got a chance to talk to each other yet. I'm Madeline. It's nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen you around just yet either. Did you just
Uh
transfer in?
she'll say, "No, I've been here for a while. My name is Jane Smith. It's nice to meet you."
I see. Jane. I'm curious. You have a very interesting look. Is that associated with your abilities somehow? It's
And
very unique.
she's just gonna smile and say, "You could say that." It's kind of hard to explain.
Well, I'm all one for explanations.
Hmm. Just gonna ponder. Uh, I didn't think about this. I didn't think this far ahead. Shit. Um. So she's just gonna say, "Well, I can, my." She just sort of her hair will sort of start changing shapes into various sort of and have like a mind of its own. She's like, my hair has a mind of its own sometimes, and so it can change colors, change consistencies.
Ah, I see. I believe I remember a few interesting spells and such that would do different things, and a few legends of people who used to do this exact sort of same power. It's very interesting to see it in person. Well, I'm sure we'll see each other around, and I'm sure you're going to keep RK company, aren't you?
Well, I can. I mean, I don't have to. I can hang if you want. If you would like to hang out, there's some
Oh
place that
no.
there's a place I know where you could learn. If you're interested in learning stuff, I definitely know a place where you can learn a lot of interesting things.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I think Arcade needs the company. But it's so strange. He never really associates with anyone at all, unless really pressed to hang out with us. I'm wondering, what is it
Uh,
that you two share in common?
and she's just going to give you a big smile. It's like, well, that's our little secret now, isn't it? Besides, I'm more of a hanger-on than anything else. He's tried to, but if I'm more of a hanger-on than anything else.
Am I to assume from this, though, despite whatever secrets you have, that he's not so interested in Raz anymore?
Oh no, that's not changed.
I see, but yet you're
Unfortunately,
here.
Oh, she said unfortunately.
that she's just gonna smile. It's like, well, I mean, I'll stick her. I'll hang. I think I'll hang around RK for a little while longer. But if you ever want, you know, if you ever want to hang out, then just let me know. Like I said, I know you like to I know you like to study, and you like to absorb knowledge. And if you want to absorb knowledge, I know a tutor that specializes in helping children, the other students, absorb knowledge.
I see. Well, I'll be a bit busy doing some of my own. I believe Raz needs a little bit more incentive.
Oh yeah, I should go and talk to her about this. I'm sure she'd be more. I'm sure. So that's a
He's
good
a predator.
idea.
Oh
Um,
no.
and at this point, I'll go ahead and I'll let her go. She obviously has something to focus on now. But I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna take a look and see what were her test scores when they got passed back out. Assuming like they're like
Uh,
still on the table or something somewhere, Dramatic
um,
moment.
perfect 100.
Perfect. Can't have that, can I? And I'll
Oh
just
no.
leave off on that sinister note with Madeline.
Madeline is terrifying.
So yeah, so I think it would be safe to say that the like I mean, you rolled a 10, so you can really put whatever score a passing grade you want on that test. But
Mhm.
so if
99.
you if you want to have a perfect score, you can. Otherwise, I think you be more fit.
I've
All
got a
right, that's fine. Um, but no, you're probably the only other person who has a perfect score. I guess. Well, Yuan can have whatever score he wants to. He also rolled
101.
well, out of 100.
Yeah.
So
I'll have like
you
a,
want
99. I still have places to go.
yeah. That like I said but no, she perfect 100 and yeah, so she will leave you on that and she will go skipping down the hallway. Um so where would you go after the test, Raz?
How many more classes are left?
A few more.
Oh, alright. Honestly, I think she's like at her desk still, like looking at her hopelessly low score. And I think her head just drops into the desk and she's so mad because she tried so hard and she studied so hard.
Yep.
try and get a good
As you
score.
as you as
And like part
as
of her
you're
is like upset with herself, and then part of her is also like just for like hijinks, like for humor. When Madeline had said before that she needs to discipline Raz more, like she felt this fear deep in her spine, like she physically shivered.
yeah,
She wasn't even
speaking
there to hear it. It
well
was
Into
just
the
like
forest.
yep. But as your spine shivers, it's like didn't do very well.
and she's going to like lift her head up only just barely off the desk and see who's talking to her.
It's Jane. I'm having a little too much fun with this character. I apologize.
Please have fun. She's gonna like furrow her brow for like a second, and then just like her head drops back down, and it's a loud sound. I think the desk probably cracked a little bit. She's like, yeah, bad grade. I
Hmm.
tried. I tried so hard. I always I was
Well,
held back for a reason, I guess.
James just sort of pat you on the shoulder. It's like, yeah, I had bad grades too, but I found a. I'll tell you a little secret. There's a tutor in this school who's supposed to be like who can help anybody pass any test.
That's
Get your
just sounds like Madeline. She's
well,
like the smartest person ever.
Madeline didn't help you, did she?
No, she did.
And you
I'm just
still
dumb.
failed. Well, if she'll just say, but well, what if I could say that this tutor can help make you smarter, like expand your mind?
Like, make it. Would it fit in my head still?
She'll laugh. Of course it would, silly. It would just you'd just be able to absorb information better.
Huh. None of the teachers mentioned that tutor. Where are they?
Uh
Maybe I'll look at them after tryouts.
oh, that's a brilliant idea. I'll wait. I'll wait for you after your tryouts are done, and I'll take you to them. She'll just sort of say it'll be real fun. It'll be, RK will be there too, probably.
Probably. Yeah, RK'll be there. Yeah, cool. She's still not sure how to feel after that really awkward date, but she's
She'll,
not flat out telling her no.
well, I mean, well, I'll come get you after your tryouts, and she'll just sort of skip away happily.
I think the scene ends with like Raz like looking very confusedly at the door as she skips away, and then her head just falls back on the desk and completely splits it.
Uh, and we'll end on this. Actually, we'll probably end with the tryouts. Um, so we'll go before we do that, we'll go to oh, Elroy is AFK. Yeah. Well, then I guess we will go straight to the tryouts then, because I have
Sure.
nothing else planned for classes. And then we'll end with Elroy. So, rest of the classes go by without a hitch. You know, the teachers give special, Yuan's allowed basically whenever if Yuan ever raises his hand to answer a question, he is always chosen over other students to try and get him more acclimated to school. You know, I imagine that you particularly enjoy the music class, Yuan, because it seems like you like Miss Spears.
Yep, pretty much.
And so um, you know, and everyone is invited to watch the football tryouts. Um, rumor around the school about Raz trying out has gone sort of through the rumor mill. You know, so people have sort of gathered around to see Raz either get her butt kicked or kick butt, depending on how you feel towards Raz. And coach is there with most of the team, with the full football team, and a few other people who decided to try out. The only person who you would expect to see there who isn't is Quad, who was kicked out of the team a long time ago. For for after he beat up a mugger and nearly killed him, he was kicked off the team because he was on academic probation. But
Jeez.
but Russ Bucket and Spike are both there. Let's see who else would try out. Tula is there. Tula's tried out so many times, but has always failed. Tula's there. That's probably about it. And a couple, yeah, and trying to think of any other club members. Different clubs would have been. No, that'll be it. So the coach will be there with. There'll probably be a few miscellaneous students. As they will sort of gather around. She'll all right. She'll say, all right. So you've fresh meat. If you want a chance to play at the exhibition game, the rules are simple. We're Captain Brady here will give you the ball, and your goal is to run it past our defensive line, our defenders. And he'll pull up. He'll sort of blow his whistle and say, James Appleton. Lug. Macchio. Wolfgang. And opposing team captain, Willie. If you can run it past all of them, using your with full use of your powers, I'll at least give you a bench warmer spot. If you manage to run past them and score a touchdown, well, I might consider putting you on the team. Any questions?
Nah, I think Raz just does that fist into her palm, like I'm ready for this. Like, let's go.
Wolfgang will sort of say, "You sure?" Like, he's gonna look to you specifically, Raz. And it's like, actually, Tula is like, and Tula as well. It's like, little girls don't belong on the football team. I think Chelsea's holding cheer tryouts on the in the gymnasium.
I think she's going to give the cockiest grin she has and be like, well, if you ask Chelsea, I'm kind of a big girl, so why don't you just sit back and see what I can do?
He'll start growling, and like fur will start inching up on his forearms.
Raz doesn't have any flashy thing to show off, so I think she just keeps eye contact.
As Lug will just be like, me gonna stop all you.
He's not being a dickhead, so I think she's just gonna give him a genuine smile and be like, alright, good luck. Like, she's not even
Alright.
being mean to him.
I mean, he's basically he failed graduation exam twice. He's close to being expelled. So
Oh, Raz is probably gonna be there. It's gonna be her in a few years.
no, you're not. You've got your new best friend Jane to help you study.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let me
Not
just
sinister,
change my love real fast.
not sinister at all.
It's the quickest way to get Arcade to destroy someone, really.
All right. For dramatic effect, the others go by first. Spike does relatively well. Um, he, but he's a lot faster than Lug, and he's able to shield himself from Wolfgang. But he isn't able to score a touchdown. And by the time when he does go down, the ball is basically torn to shreds. Russ Russ Bucket basically gets bulldozed and loses a leg.
Oh.
Tula does pretty well, but she doesn't really. But she gets stopped and told that you know but she ends up going the wrong direction.
Okay, I love her and
And
I
then it's
want to
finally
hang out with her in the future. Don't let me forget.
I won't. Tula, one of my best friends, played in the only person who from my original mass group who I still hang out with played Tula, and I couldn't bring her. I don't have a game of mass without including a Tula in it because it's just too. The character's too fond. I'm too fond of the character.
I have characters like that too. I get it.
So then it's to you and Warhead is like, all right, boys, uh, enough fun and games are over. Let's, she's the one we really have, you know the deal. This is the one we have to actually, time to get serious. We're not letting some dork on the team. It'll make the entire team look bad. So stop her. I don't care what you have to do.
I think Raz is
As he
going to be flattered by that, actually.
as he's going to punch it, when he punches his palm, like a small explosion happens. All right, as Brady sort of looks over to you and says, don't mind him, sorry that he's such an asshole. I'll do my
Oh,
best to
Brady's
make you look
nice?
good,
Ooh.
kid.
Alright, yeah, no,
He
wow, didn't expect the captain to be the nice one.
At this point, he's a senior. He's graduating soon. He has no reason to not. He's got no reason not to be nice.
No, she said that in character.
Oh,
yeah.
He's just gonna shrug and say, "I'm graduating at the end of the school year. I've got no reason to care what anybody thinks of me anymore."
She's gonna give a
So
nod and be like, yeah,
I'll be nice to whoever I want to be nice to.
I like that. Alright, let's make these jerks look like asses, huh?
Well, he's gonna sort of smile and say, I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna do my job, and they're still my teammates.
Of course.
So, and he's going to, set you up. He's basically gonna set you up. He's gonna set you up for success. The ball is going to go exactly where you would want it to go, and then it's going to be, basically he's not. You might have noticed him, sort of, especially for Spike and Rust Bucket. He kind of half-assed it for the most part because those two are known bullies.
Right.
And for Tula, well, he can't really do anything if they go the wrong direction. But for you, the ball is exactly in the pocket. If you fuck up, it's all on you. Essentially,
All right.
he's not sabotaging you in any particular way. So,
I'm about it.
I'm gonna say you can either roll freak or danger, whichever you prefer. And
Would you count these big football guys as an insurmountable barrier?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm just going to use my move, physics. What physics? And that allows me to unleash my powers to barrel through an insurmountable barrier, but rolling danger instead of freak. I know you gave me the option
Okay.
anyway, but I want it to be known that I'm using the move because I don't get to
Perfect.
do that.
Yeah. Roll physics. What physics?
Oh, are you fucking me?
Well,
I rolled
here's
3 on the dice.
Well, here's the good news is that because you have Brady there helping you, you get to you can spend team without having to if you give him
Ooh.
influence over you, you get to spend team out of the pool without having to be selfish about it.
Like, could I
Yeah, okay.
cheer her on from the sidelines? I mean, she cheered for me when I appeared today. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
on her.
perfect. So
Yeah, I
you get
actually like that. I like to think he did everything that he could. And as soon as Raz gets the ball,
it's still
there's
only a 7, but
there's probably this moment of hesitation, and then she hears the new guy getting all excited for her, like he had done earlier. And I think that's just the moment where she just stops thinking and just goes.
oh, what happens on a 7 and not? Oh, it's
Well,
it's
this is an unleash my powers.
right. So, do you want to mark a condition or say how it is temporary or unstable?
I'm gonna mark a condition. I'm gonna mark angry.
Okay.
Because these guys were mocking me this whole time. Uh, half of her energy here is spiteful anyway, so we're ready.
Okay.
I would like to do the thing.
Yeah. So you can barrel through. I'll let you immediately if you say that you barrel through, run straight into the goalpost and knock it over. I'll bet you immediately unmark angry because that's freaking hilarious.
Okay, I'm so about that. So, basically what happens, I'm gonna paint this scene here. She gets the ball, she hears the cheering, and her brow just furrows, and she sees this line of people in front of her. And it's football, so they're kind of spaced out a bit. I think what she does is she tucks it into herself and intentionally goes after each and every person who is mocking her, and barrels them aside with her horns, knocking them to the ground. Very literally, just pinpointing them, knock them down, run into the end goal. And I think she's so high on this adrenaline that she just keeps going and going, and just goes right into the end pole and
Come
lets it fall
on.
back. She
Yeah,
recoils
come
only
on.
just a little bit, staggers back, slams her foot down, and then slams the ball into the ground.
There's a stunned silence as the goalpost goes timber and falls. It's good because you don't get hit by it, but it falls, it falls forward, just because it's funnier. And the perfect sort of U shape is
Mm-hmm.
you're right in between them. As as Colt fullback is just sort of face palming.
And she's
Well,
gonna look
she did
at
make
Coach
it.
Fullback and be like, if this is a man's game, y'all must be some real awful men. And I think she's going to
As,
deliberately pick the ball back up and slam it down again.
as, as he's just going to, you know, make a call to the groundskeeper to get this fixed, and
And I
just
think she's
sort of,
going. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
and he's just going to, uh, you know, chuck a, he basically hands a jersey to one of the players who was sitting on the sidelines, Ernesto, who will come over quickly and hand you the jersey. It's like, good job.
She's gonna look him in the eyes and be like, "All right, sweetheart, thank you very much. Bring that back to Coach Fullback. I want him to give it to me."
As
You did
he'll
great though.
just
Good
sort
job.
of, as he's gonna
She's gonna
nod,
walk back
and
with him.
as yeah, as Ernesto will hand the jersey to the coach, and the coach will just sort of get red in the face and just sort of hand it to you. Good job,
And
kid.
like before he lets go of it, she has it in her hand. I told you you needed me. And then she's gonna take it and just walk away.
As you sort of, if you take a look back at your path of destruction, you'll notice, all of them, are sort of, some of them are still sort of sore. Makio, who sort of looks at you and gives you a sort of nod of approval.
Who
The
did,
others
sorry?
are sort of, Makio,
Ah, okay.
and then the others are sort of refusing to acknowledge it. But you'll notice that you didn't really feel it because you were just sort of super focused.
Mhm.
But like, it almost looks like you uprooted a tree, because Appleton basically tried to stop you by causing roots to grow out of the field, and you just basically tore up an entire tree that was trying to grow around you to stop you.
I love it. Her name's
Uh,
not Ragnarok for no reason, baby.
yep. As last thing we're going to do is talk to, as I want is Paladin.
All right.
So Paladin, where would you've gone after the test?
What was this football thing? Public knowledge?
Yep. Try out for public knowledge.
I think Palin would have gone to cheer on Raz if he knew she was going to throw her hat in the ring like that.
All right. As you're on, this would have happened before you got there, because this I want to do this first, but you were away. Uh. But you would have been. Someone would have stopped you in the hall. And it's like, good job on the test. Although you probably could have done a little bit better.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I could have.
Yep. As you'll see, sort of leaning against a locker, seemingly waiting for you, is this lady, who you kind of recognize, but again, you've seen her. You feel like you've seen her somewhere before, maybe in class, but it's only sort of a vague notion.
Yeah, sort of like the deja vu, but you don't know where from.
Yep, pretty much. And she's like, "Well, I just wanted to say, if you wanted to do better, I'm arranging a study group. Raz said she'll probably be there, and I'm sure I could convince RK to come. Uh, so maybe meet me after, maybe in a little while, after Raz has her tryouts."
All right. What's your name again?
Jane Smith.
Nice to meet you for the first time here, Jane Smith.
Nice to meet you too.
So
She
where
will
is
sort
the study hall?
Just meet me in, Meet me in front of the science building.
Out of character. Is that whole building off limits or just one classroom in it?
Just one hallway in the classroom is in the building is off limits.
Very well. He has no reason to be suspicious, so he's just going to say, yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Okay.
And I have to go in about 15 minutes, so we're gonna end the session here.
Woohoo!
Let's do end of session moves.
All right.
All right, we'll start with the new guy. So Yuan, hopefully hopefully, I didn't, I know I didn't get, after the beginning, you kind of, I didn't go back to you that much, but hopefully you enjoyed yourself.
This was fine. It was great. I think I grew close to the team. Madeline obviously has no ulterior motives showing me around. She is a great friend, and we will be friends forever.
All right, Madeline, if you don't already have influence over Yuan, you can take it. If you do have influence over, I know you do. So,
That's right.
and so you may shift his labels.
Let's shift danger down and mundane up. That sounds fun.
All right.
It's done.
And you may mark potential, or clear condition.
I marked potential because I am still insecure.
Okie doke. Let's go to Raz.
I think I grew into my own image of myself.
Okay.
I absolutely asserted my authority. I did what girls apparently can't do. So I'm going to shift my superior up and my mundane down. Stick it to the
Okie
man.
doke. Literally. All right. What about you, Paladin?
I'd say I've grown closer to the team, mostly due to that study hall session that helped me go help Paladin pass that test.
Who do you want to give influences to?
Well, I'd say Madeline.
All right,
Okay.
double
Madeline
influence
already
over.
has it. So you can shift his labels.
Paladin, why don't you gain some superior and lose some savior?
Superior up, savior down. Okay.
Just gotta start causing chaos now.
Done and done. And I'm going to declare guilty.
Okie dokie. Madeline.
Let's see. You know what? I think I became closer to my new best friend who might have absolutely no ulterior motives and definitely won't use him in a plot upcoming.
Yay.
So Yuan, you can go ahead and take influence.
Okay. And I believe you gave me influence at the beginning of the game, so do I shift your labels as well?
I believe so. And I'll
Okay.
mark potential.
I think since you are obviously the one who's going to show me around, I will do superior up, mundane down.
Cool. I get marking condition. Is that a
Yep.
choice?
Well, that's what
or-
happened. It's a choice.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I am insecure as hell right now. Someone else is also perfect.
So, and also, it's going to be difficult for people to shift your labels without you marking a condition
Oh,
when you have
yeah.
2 plus 3. So, that's happening when you have a big head. The pressure
Huge.
starts to get to you.
She's gonna finally start cracking.
Yep. And last but not least, RK.
Nothing. I think nothing. Same as before.
Okay.
Well, I didn't interact
Alright
with
then.
anybody.
Sounds good. Then,
Into your own, though?
Alright, then, we will end there, because, yeah, I've got 10 minutes before I've got to pop off and do something else. Sorry, guys, but
It's all good.
I'll see you guys, next year. I hope you guys,
He
have
said the
fun
joke.
with the side story.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if I remember before I do have to go though, Che, this is going to be tied to this is going to be like a side story to this universe, right? Not a separate universe
Yes.
entirely.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I'll give you more
make
things
sh-
to play around with.
Yep. So, since this is happening in a different Roll20 session, when you like, if you establish any important NPCs or like when the play or new characters, i.e., the player characters for that game, just like make sure you give me info so that I can use them in my game.
Oh yeah, what I'll do is I'll send you an invite to the group anyway and make sure that you can access all the materials.
Just make me a sub, just make me a co-GM, and then
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can just that works.
Cool.
All right,
Thank you
then.
very much. I'll see you later.
Thanks again for running.
All
Catch
right.
you all
Yep.
later.